Guys, thank you so much for watching previous episodes where I have addressed point by point the lies made by Mawa, also known as the clown. So this is not a position that I ever wanted to be in. I was forced to by never-ending attack and relentless lies made against my person, my character, and my name. In this age of social media, it's almost impossible not to rebuff wrong and false accusations. So I fought back. So in this video, we are going to be discussing the final day of my friendship with Mawa, the clown. We're going to be going through what really transpired on that night. On the previous video, I shared with you guys the scene at the airport. Many people have made jokes, and it's been funny to watch and read some of the comments I've gotten. So in this section, we're going to pick up from the airport again, where we just picked up Paulina. We got into my car and we were heading out to the restaurant to pick up some food. As you're watching this, guys, I want you to pay attention to the details. The truth is in the details. This is not an attempt to be funny or entertaining. This is simply me telling the truth. Without any further ado, welcome back to the circus. Hello everyone. Welcome to Mawa Circus. We are going to be diving into a world that resembles reality, but truly is just a circus. Imagine a place where everything is imaginary and the truth is in front of your eyes. Yet, you are distracted by the sideshows and spectacles that you miss what's really happening. Just like a circus, the world is filled with distractions designed to blind you from reality. Stay with me as we peel back the layers and uncover the truth behind the spectacle. Let's get started. So I drove about an hour from the airport. We had to pick up food to Swahili Village, a restaurant where I have taken Mawa just about every single day during his stay at my house. And I have to admit, I never asked Mawa how old his guest was. I just assumed that, she will be in her mid-20s or 30s, but when I saw her, she looked particularly young to me. So I couldn't wait to actually ask her how old she was.
First, we stopped by. I went to pick food.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll wait for you.
Okay. There was a Swahili restaurant. I went in this Swahili restaurant as we head from the airport home. I went and bought food.
I must tell you guys, this was the first time in almost a month that he's been in my house that Mawa actually pays for food. So keep in mind, guys, we ordered the food on the way from the airport to the restaurant. Swahili Village is a very popular restaurant, so you have to order in advance. Otherwise, your wait time could be half an hour or more. So because we just wanted to pick up and go, Mawa already called in the car, placed the order, and all we had to do was to stop real quick and pick up the food. So that's the reason why I didn't get out of the car, as I know some people are wondering and start making all these scenes in their heads about how I did the whole thing on purpose just to be alone with Paulina. Just absolutely untrue. The food was ready. He had to just go in there and pick it up, and that was it. The whole thing took a few minutes. All right, so that's why I stayed in the car. So in his video, you can actually see him come out of the car, go in the restaurant, and order the food.
Guys, I'm here. I just took the food and it's so packed.
So as he got back in the car, Mawa himself acknowledges that he could tell the girl was tired.
She looked a little tired because it was like 21-hour flight.
So Mawa himself recognized the lady was tired. I mean, she just came off a long flight. She just wanted to chill.
I didn't know what they talked during that time.
So guys, from the airport, I noticed that Paulina was rather young. Mawa and I never really discussed her age, but he told me he's been talking to her for years. So when I finally alone with her, I looked in the mirror and I said, Paulina, how old are you really? And she said she was 18. And I said, are you sure? And then she said yes. So when she told me she was 18, I was very uncomfortable because I knew Mawa had been talking to her for years. So if she was just 18, that means that he was talking to her when she was a minor. It made me a little bit upset. And it's something that I wanted to talk to Marwa about, But for the sake of the evening, I just let it be. But I was not happy about the fact that Mawa actually never told me the full story. So when he asked her how she was doing, she said she's very tired. To which she responded, when we get home, I'll give you a massage.
So we drove home. I was talking to the lady. I was asking, how was your flight? It's been long.
You guys know how he gets. He gets like really pushy. She just gave him this look like, whatever. He bought a ticket. It's the risk that he takes. It doesn't mean she can't say no. A woman can always say no, right? So she didn't tell him no, but she clearly was not in the mood. But Mawa is really bad at reading non-verbal clues. So I was looking through my mirror and I could tell she was uneasy. But I was thinking, it's okay. She's supposed to be with him for over a week or so. They're gonna be okay. Because after a few days, they were supposed to leave and go to Miami together. So we had a drive to some isolated areas and we had different conversations about the landscape. That's when Marwa took my camera.
What do you think of the landscape? Like,
It looks like village.
it looks like a village, right?
Poland, kinda, yeah.
Why have you not brought me here?
Oh, huh?
You feel like you're home, like Poland, right? Yeah. Actually, the same feeling is what I feel too. Even when I was driving around Europe, most European countries tend to have this type of vibe, where they're like huge trees and
What part of Poland are you from?
Warsaw.
Warsaw, the capital.
yeah, the capital.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's the city, so
Yeah, but you know, like 20 minutes from Warsaw, you got this.
the fields
kind
too.
of, yeah.
Okay, right on, right on. Yeah. So, Mawa, you were asking me about NASA the other day.
Yeah, NASA.
So their base is not far from here.
Oh.
Yeah, they have a base out here. So yeah.
I've never been here, you know, it's my first day also.
Yeah, the GPS is taking me to this lonely road for some reason.
Okay,
Yeah, we're just going to get Dylan
okay.
and then we carry on.
Bro, arriving home, I swear on God, even the lady did not go upstairs. Ivan was already offering her all types of things because we arrived around 7 p.m. Ivan was asking her. So all you want to do with Marwa is just to have sex and go to Miami.
So guys, here we go again. The same guy who has claimed to be in danger in Ocean City, but somehow keeps ending up around me, keeps coming over my place, keeps spending time with me. He's trying to create this monster once again. None of that is true. He's making it up. As soon as we arrived home, they went upstairs to drop off their luggage. What the clown is saying is not true. He's actually the king of orgies. He's making things up and lying just to destroy my character. Guys, I don't talk to women like that. I have no reason to talk to this young lady like that. I didn't speak to her like that.
I'm like, bro, Ivan was telling this lady, even I can have a Bible as I say this.
So guys, I want to make it perfectly clear. They did go upstairs. They did drop off their bags. They had the girl settled and then they came back downstairs. I don't talk to women that way. Mawa is the one that is rough around the edges. He's the one that freaks women out. He's the one that makes girls leave the dinner table if they don't want to sleep with him. Not me. I'm not the one acting that way. Now he's making things up just because he's still hurt about the fact that he could not collect his taxes. And guys, when he was recording this video, he was whining right in front of his pregnant girlfriend. But he's still upset about a girl he could not get. He's making up a bunch of lies. It never happened like that. What's disturbing here, besides the fact that he's lying, is the fact that he swears. It almost seems like the more he swears, the more he lies. And as soon as he swears, he makes a bigger lie. I've never made such comment to that young lady. Mawa is the aggressive one here. He's the one that has no game and feels that he's entitled, to women's bodies. Especially when he buys a ticket. He was, trying to collect his taxes right away. That's part of Mawa being socially awkward. He's into these young white females, but he's not able to read them properly. He thinks he can, but he can't. And that's how he got himself in the situation that he did. As soon as we walked home, they went upstairs to offload their luggage. The night before, I actually told Mawa, bro, it's been over 2 weeks. I think that you should run laundry and clean those sheets. This is the first time Mawa actually did laundry as well after 2 weeks. He has this thing about taking off his clothes and he just tosses them on the floor. And then once they get dry of sweat, then they're appropriate to be worn again. And that's what he does. He uses clothes sometimes without washing them. It's really disgusting. Guys, I've suffered a tremendous amount. When this guy was over my house, sometimes, man, it was really bad. I didn't want to embarrass them, so I never complained about, you should take a shower, you should do this. Sometimes it was horrible. I told him, man, you should wash your clothes. So he did wash his clothes once, and then he tossed them on the floor like he was supposed to come and fold laundry. If you guys are watching him, you know his mother was still folding his clothes at his age. So when he doesn't have that presence, he's unable to really take care of himself. You know, he's very dependent, or he's kind of careless. You know, I'm not going to say he's a hippie. I'm going to say he's just dirty. They did go upstairs to offload her bags. She got settled, and then they came back downstairs together. 2 things. Number 1, you will not see a set of luggage anywhere. Why? It's because they were already upstairs. Notice Mawa went back upstairs to get his camera.
So guys, it's kinda, we are home now. It's kinda dark, but that's Ivan. We wanna have dinner. We bought some chapatis and beans. She's actually trying.
Secondly, people have been on my comments because of Marwa claiming that I'm hiding CCTV footage from being shown. Number 1, I would not divulge the security systems in my house to strangers on the internet. Guys, who are you? Guys asking me to release CCTV, who are you? Half those people asking me to release CCTV footage probably live with their mom. And you guys want me to release what exactly? As you're watching these videos, please let me know where you see a CCTV camera. He has told you guys that I have cameras everywhere. That's why he's been saying that there's cameras everywhere that apparently were supposed to capture me in some kind of illegal activity. Folks, when you're watching Mawa's scene as he comes downstairs, please notice there's absolutely no cameras there. So wherever you see a camera, let me know. This is part of this lie in order to tarnish my image and make it look like I was committing some kind of activities that's illegal that I wasn't. He's trying to blame me for something that was not happening. So I don't have any CCTV footage to release to you guys. You can take a look. I have security systems in my home that I will not divulge on the internet for my own safety. I never would do that. And no reasonable person will ever do that. Nor am I obliged to do so. Let me put it this way. Mawa doesn't even know the difference between a motion detector and a camera. This is a man who doesn't have an actual editing software. He downloads them for free illegally, and when they crash, he downloads a new system. Yes, that's true. He's technologically challenged. That's the reason why he hired someone else in order to do those videos that he's supposed to do for the masterclass. But when he mentions CCTV, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. And most cameras loop. So after recording for a certain amount of time, they erase previous footage and carry on that way. Who has the bandwidth to record non-stop, never-ending footage? Who has cameras running in their home non-stop 24/7? This thing happened over a year ago. But somehow I'm supposed to have some kind of footage to vindicate what Mawa was saying and doing that night? To vindicate the fact that Mawa was aggressive towards the young lady? To vindicate the fact that he was denied access to his taxes that night and therefore grew angry? Let me know where you see a camera in the footage. Not just his, but also mine. Let me know where you see a camera. So guys, for the 5th time in 7 days,
Yes.
we went back to Swahili restaurant.
Actually,
because Mawa here, this is all he wants to eat, man. This is it.
It's not the only food. They have a lot of food, but maybe next time when we go, we shall change actually the menu.
Change it up.
Yes.
But so far we have chapati.
Yes.
And we have red beans.
Yeah.
All right. So you were telling me like a thing like this in Kenya.
Yes.
We'll be looking at how much?
This one could be even 20 cents, man.
20 cents.
Oh yeah, if it's so expensive,
Wow.
at least 30 cents.
30 cents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Sounds
Yeah.
good. All right.
Yes.
So we have a new guest to the party here.
Yes.
And we're about to tear up some Kenyan food and
Yeah.
see what's going on.
Yeah,
So-
and also we want her also to try
Yes.
and tell us if she really likes.
If she likes it. Yeah.
yeah,
Did she
yeah.
ever? Let's ask her. Have you had Kenyan food before? Chapati?
No,
Okay,
Never?
so
So we're going to do a taste test
right
on
now,
you.
right now. So
Right
you can
now.
wash your hands.
I did already.
She did.
Sorry? Oh, you already did?
All right, Dylan, get
So-
a paper plate, please. And we're going to go ahead.
This is our
and-
dinner.
This is our dinner, unless
Yeah.
we get hungry again.
Yes.
Do you want to drink something?
No.
No. Okay. So we're
We
gonna
want
have.
actually you to taste. At least you can tell us what.
It's just beans and chapati.
You eat it by hands, right?
I use a fork for this one.
But this one
But this
is,
by hand for sure, 100%.
Because you have to roll it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So give her
Feel free.
a fork. Info shit.
Or spoon, actually.
Oh,
is
spoon.
much
A spoon works too.
better. Yeah.
We're curious what she thinks about it. All right.
But feel free. Pick a hot one because it's sweet when it's hot. So you can pick in the middle.
Yeah.
Let me actually bring my small camera.
Okay.
And you don't have. She doesn't have to say it's good, it's sweet. Honest opinion.
Honest opinion.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna be
Because
offended.
if you say it's sweet and everything, then tomorrow you keep bringing more.
That's right. So
So,
you just
how
pop
do
it
you
open here.
teach me.
Yeah, so you just pop it open. All right, and again, these are just beans, Kenyan made beans. And you have some chapati there.
Let's test.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing yet.
It's different, but I like it, yeah.
I feel like you're not being honest right now.
Yeah,
You
shut
are?
up, of
Okay,
course.
all right,
Always honest.
all right. So this is what's going on. He comes downstairs, and as he comes down, I'm actually filming the young lady eating that you can see in this moment. But because he was coming down, I stopped my video because I didn't want to kind of, compete for footage at that point. So out of courtesy, I stopped filming, and Mawa picks up from here. And you can see that in his video. It's good? All right, sounds good. So during her stay here, maybe we try some Polish food with Marwa here, who doesn't want to try something different, but that's what it is, guys.
I'm ready to try something.
You try something different?
Yeah.
Good.
Only as long as it's good food.
Yes.
I don't know, eat fast food too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, this is a turning point here. We've been here among the boys.
Yeah.
Now we have a new person here. We bring you guys some interesting content. Let's go.
Yes. Hey, so you've been trying this?
Marwa claimed that they never even went upstairs to drop off their luggage. Guys, as you're watching the following clips, pay attention.
This so far. This is beans actually. And this is chapati. So in my home, this could cost everything you're eating here at least €1.
So as you can see, I'm being a host. I'm getting my food. All these comments about I asked her these nasty questions as soon as she walks in. Guys, you can feel the vibe on the video. You can see the scene. There's absolutely nothing like that going on. But remember, he suggested to her already that, he gives her a massage in the car. She said no. So now we are eating. And like I said, I stopped filming at some point in order to let Mawa, take over basically with his content. I was being respectful, and that's about that.
So guys, as she eats later, she'll tell us, Dylan, man, how's everything?
Everything is fine.
Okay, give yourself a shout out, man. Yeah,
What's up, guys?
Yes.
My name is Dylan
Uh-huh.
from Cameroon.
Yes. You can check his Instagram out. Show them your Instagram.
Okay, my
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah. So Dylan is showing us. You can check him out on Instagram.
In my head.
Hey, Dylan, did you get any new followers?
Yes. a lot.
Like how many?
200.
Oh, like for real?
Yes.
Yeah, this guy got 200 followers. Guys, please go check Dylan out. Very calm guy. Yes. And later now, we shall be showing you more and more videos coming. She's here to stay, right? Okay.
So he also said that I was right on the lady's face saying this.
Ivan will not give me even space with my girl. On the table, Ivan is sitting in front of the girl like this. So, all you've come to do in America is to have XEX and go to Miami. I'm like, oh my God.
So guys, this is the scene. Look where I'm sitting compared to her. And that was for dinner. We weren't even, because, we didn't sit on a big dining table. She sat on the kitchen island next to Mawa, and I was sitting with my cousin on the dining table. There was no such moment. And like, it would come out of the blue, and it's random, it's weird. Only a wild clown like Mawa would even think about something like that. He's the one that talks like that. I don't speak like that. I don't know this woman. I just met her. It's absolutely insane. Mawa, you are such a freaking liar, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. So after dinner, remember, Mawa is super, like, in the mood, man. He wants to collect his taxes. He told the lady, let's go upstairs. She said no. So you can see in this moment where he got up and he was actually trying to set the mood right. So he's trying to play some music to kind of have that vibe going on. But there's a problem. He's in my family room. And my family room and my kitchen are both the same place. So if he wants to go and be romantic with this woman, tell her to go upstairs. Unfortunately, because she said no, he's kind of forced to stay downstairs. And I want you guys to notice how comfortable he is in my house.
Did you enjoy the food?
Yes.
But you're still like kind of full because they give you food in the plane.
Yes.
So technically she didn't enjoy that much, but but tomorrow and the day after, now when like she really feels hungry, that's when now you'll tell. Okay guys, so let me go upstairs. Play. Alexa, play. Oh. Okay.
Never once did he ask me if it was okay for him to play music. Not like I would say no, but it's just common courtesy. Just say, hey man, do you mind if I play music? It's my house. He's a guest in my home. But Mawa felt like he's in a hotel or an Airbnb. And as you see the way he's talking about me now, he does not appreciate what I've done for him. He didn't care. He almost like, oh, I'm a big YouTuber. I can do whatever I want. Mawa, before you touch people's equipment in their home, no matter if they are your friend, you ask. It's common courtesy. He didn't do that. The woman told her she didn't want to go upstairs. So for this few more minutes, Mawa grew frustrated, and that's when he stopped filming. So at this point, guys, my cousin Dylan went downstairs. And I'm alone with Mawa and Paulina. And we were having conversations. I could tell Mawa grew more and more frustrated with me because, we're sitting there all talking, but it's all three of us just having conversations. Then she said to me that her ex-boyfriend is from Cameroon. And guys, I'm originally from Cameroon. So there was a connection there that I think made Mawa uncomfortable. But I didn't think it was a big deal. So she asked me, hey, my ex-boyfriend told me that, it's dangerous to go to Africa. What do you think? Is he right?
Because I told this lady, oh, if you've come to America, I think next time when we meet, it will be in Africa. Ivan tells the lady on my dead face, oh, you want to go to Africa? Africa is so dangerous. They would kidnap you there.
Marwa never said that. He's just making it up once again. He was trying desperately to take her upstairs because Mawa is a horn dog. He cannot read the room, or at very least read the mood. He would have realized that Paulina was on chill mode. Not to say that, something wasn't going to happen between them eventually, maybe later. But the way he was acting, he kept shooting himself in the foot and turning her off more and more and more by asking, Mawa, you don't need to keep pushing this girl. She already got on the plane. She flew all the way to the United States. All you have to do is chill. And that's something that he has a problem doing. You know how agitated this guy gets. So what ends up happening is the girl got completely turned off by his repetitive failed attempt to take her upstairs. He just can't wait. So because she's 18 and she's not well traveled, she hasn't been to developing countries yet. It's a completely different way to travel when you go to developing countries, right? Whether you talk about certain countries in Asia, Africa, or Latin America. It is not the same than going to places like, Denmark or Germany. To say that traveling to Nairobi, Kenya, or Yaoundé, Cameroon is the same as traveling to places where a lot of people have money. Guys, it will be untrue. I'm proud to be from Cameroon. I'm proud to be African. But let's not lie to ourselves here. At 18, as a young female, going to Africa alone is probably not the best idea. Mawa didn't like that. I never said don't go to Africa. I never said that. I just told her that I agree with her boyfriend. It's probably not smart for her to go alone. Mawa really got upset with that comment that I made. As an African and a traveler as well, I am free to voice my opinion. We can exchange, but there's absolutely no reason to be upset. I go to Africa, but I'm a seasoned traveler. Mawa proceeded to mention people like Christmas List and Coco Girl and all of those people.
Then me and Ivan, we started arguing. I tell like Ivan, how do you say this? How do you say Africa is dangerous? How many white people come to Africa? Even I went on my Instagram and said, this is Kenya, this is Mombasa. How many people, even on my own village, because people like Christmas List have been here. A lot of people visited me, Coco Girl, Coco Boy. How do you say it's?
I never told Paulina she would get kidnapped. I never told her that. In fact, I don't even know anybody who's been kidnapped in Africa. He's just saying things just to make me look bad. Guys, notice, every person he has mentioned is an experienced YouTuber. Some of them travel to the most dangerous places around the world with no fear. How can you compare that to a young 18-year-old white girl? How is that the same thing? Of course, someone like a Coco Girl or Chris who's traveled alone for years and they know how to move, they know how to be street smart, they know not to maybe carry all the cash for themselves, maybe have a burner phone, keep the nice phone in the hotel. They know not to walk alone in certain situations. How is that the same thing? He's trying to turn it into me trashing the continent, and it's not true. I said it then, and I say it now. It is not safe for a young, untraveled 18-year-old to go by herself in Africa. That is not something I take back. There's nothing to take back. So I suggested to her that she goes there with friends, or she goes with a travel group if she's really trying to go. But I just didn't think it was smart for her to go alone at 18. That's all it was. It wasn't any way what Mawa was trying to make it seem. I have no reason to lie about that. I'm saying the same thing now. This is about safety. So guys, a few months ago, I was riding around in Nairobi, Kenya with Maya and his wife. And you guys know, nobody advertises Africa more than Maya. He's Africa's #1 ambassador. I think we can all agree on that. So when we were in the car, this is what happened. Even he knows and wanted me to be careful because I was out there filming and he saw me pull my phone out of the car.
So guys, this is the beautiful city of Nairobi downtown. I will lose all my content, man.
I'm telling you, just be careful, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't want to take care of him. No, that's the only thing that I learned the hard way in Kenya. Even if I'm shooting like this, the mirror is on. Because they snatched my wife's phone sometime. So I'm very careful with that.
Wow.
And then from there to home is 30, right?
So when you are here, just keep your windows up or don't film and put your phone out the window. Especially downtown area. They will.
Every Kenyan knows, even the driver knows, but he doesn't want to tell you.
No, he told me at least
you?
3 times already.
Oh, really?
Be careful.
Yeah.
And he will even put the window up. Yeah, he warned me that here, you don't play around like that.
I hear that every day. So when I'm in the car, as soon as I take Uber, the driver will tell me, put your window up.
Dang.
Yeah. So they have saying that Nairobi. Man, they will rob your phone, man. That one they're very good at it. Yeah, and they are so fast.
Nairobi. This is what I was told. Because people would steal. You can be in your car and they will grab your phone. In fact, Mawa with his current girlfriend were walking down the street in Nairobi, and guys, you saw what happened.
Okay. Why? We are meant to eat back.
And Mawa, you are a clown. You're a jokester, and you should be ashamed of yourself for walking on the left-hand side of your woman. You know exactly what happens in the city. You know there's pickpocketers, there's people on motorcycles doing that. You're quite aware of that type of issues. So what do? You walk on the left of her, and she has a big purse. And then you start screaming, hey, it's your fault. Unless you maybe even set the whole thing up. It is all your fault for getting robbed that day. He ran and screamed, hey. That's what happened there. I was in Kenya. Walked around the city with the traveling miss, and she told me, be careful of pickpocketers. I'm not making it up. It doesn't mean Kenya is not a beautiful country. It doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy myself there. I love Kenya. Shout out to Kenya. And I cannot wait to go back. But we have to be honest about some of the dangers that we face when we travel in certain places. It's not to say the whole country is bad. It's not to say you shouldn't go. Not at all. But in order to travel safe, you need to be also aware of the reality that happens in the ground. It doesn't mean there's no crime in Paris, in London, in Frankfurt, Germany, Geneva, but there are certain type of crimes that you will face a lot less of. There are countries where you can go by yourself at 18 and your parents will not freak out as much. And there are certain places where you should only go if you are a seasoned, experienced traveler, because now you know how to face certain situations. Certain countries, the police even can take money from you. In other countries, the police will never behave in such a way. So there's a lot of dangers that we must be honest about it. Just because you're African and someone says, be careful about this place, doesn't mean you get offended. It's the truth. I'm as African as you. And I travel a lot and I have the right to voice my opinion. There was no reason for arguments with Mawa. That was my first shock. I don't know if he was really upset about what I said or just mad about the fact that we were having a conversation and he wasn't the most interesting person at that particular time. But it's not a competition. The woman is tired. She's a single white girl alone with 3 black men in the house. And I'm just trying to make her comfortable. We're just having normal conversations.
Ivan tells the girl, going to Africa, you'll be kidnapped.
Marwa is again lying. I never told him or her that I cannot go to Cameroon. Guys, I've been to Cameroon. I've been to Cameroon just before I opened my YouTube channel. You know, it's just, I'm interested in visiting new countries and recording. And when the time comes, I'll go back to my country to visit again. And there's absolutely no problem. I've never said that I will never go to Cameroon or I cannot go to Cameroon as a black person. That is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I love my country. In fact, guys, one of the things I've done with Mawa, we went out to DC and we filmed content, you know, visiting embassies. You know, you can see a scene right here.
And Joel Embiid is an NBA player for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's the best player in Philadelphia right now. From Cameroon as well. So there's a lot of Cameroonians out, you know, doing the thing in the USA and making things work, man. You know, shout out to Cameroon, guys.
What does the flag represent, actually?
So the green is for the forest, the vegetation.
Yes, vegetation.
The red is for unity. So in the middle is the star of unity.
There's a star in the Cameroonian flag.
Right in the middle.
Put it here, they can see.
Yes. And then the yellow is for the sun.
Even my own country, Cameroon, I cannot go. Even me as a black person. God is my witness if I'm lying.
I've never said that. So Mawa is making things up. Mawa is a liar. The reason why we started talking about Cameroon is because she told me her ex-boyfriend is actually from Cameroon. Mawa has been trying desperately to bring this girl over to Kenya when she was under 18. You know, again, I've posted some of the messages here. He's making things up. The thing is, what Mawa did with those messages is criminal. He's turning the story around and said that he told her the next time they meet, they're going to go to Africa. How do you know she wants to see you again, Mawa? How do you know she wants to go to Africa with you? You know, you're making things up for your audience. You're making things up to sound interesting. You're making things up to insult my reputation and tarnish my name. But it had never happened. You never told her that. You got jealous because her ex-boyfriend is from Cameroon and here she is face-to-face with another Cameroonian. That is so ridiculous. You were my guest in the house. I welcomed you in my home. You've been living there for close to a month. And now you turn around and try to tarnish my name and say all of these ridiculous things just so people think bad things about me and hate me and don't subscribe to my channel. Because for you, it's all about YouTube. It's really pathetic, man. You call people ungrateful, but you are the most ungrateful person ever. You are the most ungrateful YouTuber. You are the ungrateful person that I helped. So guys, he complains about me not giving him space with his girl. I'm in my house. I'm in my family room. If he wants space, he goes upstairs with her. He has a whole bedroom. The girl just didn't want to go upstairs. So he felt kind of forced to be in the family room. So because of that, and I'm there, and you was later on the message that he sent me, Mawa actually expected me to live my own family room so he can completely take over my house. Unfortunately for him, I was being a host. I have a guest over. We all talking. I'm chilling. You know, I didn't do anything wrong. It's my house. I can be in my family room if I want to. He's saying I didn't give him space with the girl. Well, if you want space, get a hotel. If you want space, go upstairs with her. What kind of space do you want in my own freaking family room? Imagine somebody in your house telling you the way you should behave in your own house. It's absolutely ridiculous. He didn't give me space with my girl. I mean, come on, Mawa. I know I never thought you were this ridiculous. Really, that night really revealed a part of you that I never knew existed. I knew you had issues, but not at this point, where you feel so comfortable in another man's house that you're going to say he's not giving you space with your girl. You go upstairs and close the door. I gave you a whole bedroom. That's where you can be alone with her. You know? And guys, remember, he told, he's been making all these lies about me over. This is not the first one. It's exhausting even answering to all of them. It's literally so tiring, guys. It's like every line he makes is a lie. Everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. He's so entitled. He doesn't even know he's a guest in somebody's home. It is your job to convince the young lady to go upstairs with you. All you have to do is just chill and be patient. She's there with you for over a week. Mawa, you had plenty of time to collect your taxes. You didn't have to do it right then and there. So guys, I was basically left downstairs because Mawa could not handle his impulses. At this point, he has requested for Paulina to go upstairs with him so many times that, the mood is kind of off now between the two. But when he went upstairs, we still didn't know if he's coming down or not. So again, we just sit in the kitchen area, just talking. So once I realized Mawa is not coming back down, because when he went upstairs, I thought that he was just going to the bathroom. Once I realized that he wasn't, and that he was just going to stay in his room, I texted him. So I'm going to try to put the messages here. So I said to him, "Are you okay, bro? Because I don't know what's going on at that point." And he responded, "It's so strange that you can't give me time with my girl. You just want to entertain her. Like, honestly, what's that?" And I said, "Bro, are you serious?" Because remember, this is a guest in my house. Mawa is a guest. Paulina is a guest also. I'm in the kitchen area. Where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to run away to my bedroom? I didn't understand what was happening. We just had dinner. We could even play cards or, play chess. This is a normal thing. Somebody comes over your house and you entertain them, right? Mawa, I don't know how it's done in your village, man, but when somebody comes over, it is custom for the person who welcomes the guest to be around the guest and discuss different things. And we talk about different subjects does not mean that you can partake in the conversation. You remove yourself because you showed her from the car that you were extremely horny. And at this point, she's not trying to go upstairs with you because she knows what you're trying to do. But she's tired and she just wants to talk. But you keep shooting yourself in the foot with all these requests. I mean, you can see, guys, the way he was holding his pants, he wanted to go upstairs with her right away. And she saw that and she was completely turned off. So when I texted him, that was the response. After that, I waited a little bit of time and I wanted Paulina to go upstairs and check and see if he can come back downstairs or see if they can stay in the room or whatever the case might be. They can figure it out. I was being a good host. You instead was just being a freaking horn dog. So throughout the evening, Mawa kept asking the girl to go upstairs. Eventually, he got tired of it and he went upstairs himself. He left her downstairs. Now, I have to admit, when he left, I didn't think he was not going to come back. I thought that he was just going to use the bathroom and then he's going to come back down. But he didn't. He never came back down. So it was after like 15, 20 minutes that I figured, wait, where is Mawa? Like, how come he's not here? He didn't come down. So I told, Paulina to go upstairs and check up on him. I asked Paulina several times to go back upstairs and check up on him. She did one time. He didn't say anything back to her. She went back a second time to ask him if he's okay. And this time he kicked her out. He said, "Get out of here. I don't want to talk to you." Remember, this girl just got in the country. These are the very first few hours they spent together. But Mawa is so entitled because he bought the ticket. He feels like she needs to pay her taxes now. There's no waiting. That's why he's giving attitude to her. Or he's expecting her to feel cornered. Something I came to learn later on as we kept talking. So after that, when I say, are you serious? He said, 100. I responded, I was just talking to you guys. So it's my fault? I left you alone and I'm just being a host. Okay, I'm coming up. So and I say, I had a typo there, but what I meant to say was, I do everything I can to make you and her comfortable. Now, they have a bedroom upstairs, you know. They can, you know, be private. It's not like, you know, I told Mawa to sleep in the family room or something. He has a bedroom. He has a full bedroom and a full bathroom that he has shown you guys already in a few of his videos. Now I'm in my kitchen, in my house, and this guy has no respect. Even to just ask me nicely that, hey, because this is what he responded after that. You can have a drink with the guest and say you need to sleep. It's our first day. Who needs to spend more time with who here? There's several problems with this. And this is when I started getting angry. Because, so he's the one asking me to have a drink. But then he's going to turn it around and try to make it sound like I was engaged in some kind of illegal activities. You know, there was no drinking involved. You know, I asked the lady if she wanted something to drink. Earlier you saw, you know, many people are going to twist it, even though, you know, when you say somebody want to have a drink, it could be water, it could be Coke, but people want to turn this story and make it more dramatic. Sorry to let you guys know, there was absolutely no drinking. And that's why he said, you can have a drink. You know, he wants me to have a drink and then leave and tell her I need to go to sleep. Why does Mawa want me to say that I need to go to sleep? The reason why is because he wants to be alone with the girl so that she feels forced to go upstairs with him. That's the reason, because after asking her nicely, he was not able to get to that point. Now, in my own house, I have a guest telling me I need to go to sleep or say I have to go to sleep. So there's that control that I didn't like. So he's in my house as a guest, now informing me where I can go basically in my house. I think that's too much, man. Can you imagine, guys, someone in Mawa's house telling him, you know, tell this person you need to go to sleep? You know, there are limits you don't cross. I have free range in my house. He has the right to privacy in his bedroom. And this is not the way you talk to somebody. If Mawa was actually a real man and not a wet puppy, not a freaking clown, he could have said, hey, Ivan, give me a second. We would have gone outside and he'd be like, bro, you know, what do you think I should do or whatever, or can you help me? There's a ways you talk to your friends in order to come to a conclusion about things. Like he's entitled or has the right to tell me where to go. That was not okay. So it really got to my head at that point. And I responded, I can't believe you blame me. I was going to edit. I thought we were just talking. Why do you act like I want to come between you and her? I really was confused. I thought we were just chilling as friends. It was weird. I said, no problem. I do everything I can to make you comfortable. So guys, this is the point where I went upstairs. Because I was boiling. Because I was feeling like, man, he's rude to the girl. You know what I'm saying? He's acting so aggressive towards her. Keep making these requests to go upstairs. She's saying no. I am in the family room talking. And now he's telling me I need to tell her I need to go upstairs. I need to make lies about me being tired or whatever. I just welcome both of them in the house. Like, what's wrong about me entertaining in the family room? That's where I'm supposed to be, right? That's where I hang out all the time. So I went upstairs and I told him, Mawa, what is your problem? And he didn't say anything. He was just kind of like, you know, just looking like that. I'm okay, man. I'm okay. So when I asked him, are you okay, man? He said, I'm okay, man. I'm okay. And that's when he told me I should go to my room. Face to face, he said that, you know, that I should go in my room so he can be alone with her. And I lost it. Because I've tolerated so many things before, but now him telling me that I need to leave my own family room and go in the bedroom, that was just too far. And I screamed. And I said, how dare you talking to me like this? How dare you? Because he was just crossing the boundaries. And I wanted him to have a little, you know, checkup to realize that you are a guest in this house. You know what I'm saying? All these requests of privacy and all the things he's requesting can be easily solved. if I'm such a bad host that he feels like he needs to go hide in his room and put himself on timeout, it's very simple. Get your stuff and get out of my house. It's very simple. You don't have to suffer. See, because when Marwa talks about me, about all of these things that he's making up, all these lies, he keeps making these things sound like he was kind of forced into something. Nobody is forcing you to stay. Nobody is forcing you to stay there. You can go. If you feel like I'm such a bad host, go. But that's not what Mawa wants. Mawa, because he's a YouTuber with a lot of subscribers, feels like Ivan is so thirsty for subscribers that he will let me get on top of his head. No, boy, you got the wrong one. You got the wrong one, Mawa. So I put him on check right away because he was acting like a little punk and I had to put him on check. So that's what happened. And after that, I went back downstairs and again, I was thinking he was going to come down. You know, friends argue sometimes, but he never came down. He never came back down. Later on that night, she said, well, can I sleep somewhere else because I'm not comfortable? So we exchanged phone numbers and I told her if she needs help to reach out to me. And in the morning, we exchanged more messages because I really didn't know what was going on. I thought, okay, well, we have a bad night, but in the morning it's gonna get better. I didn't know how far things were gonna go. You know, horrible night. So he slept alone, so you can imagine his anger went even up. Because you know Mawa, you know, if he doesn't get his taxes, he loses his mind. So he slept alone, she slept alone, but we were still hopeful that things were gonna get better in the morning. Being alone with a guy who can leave you behind like this, I feel very sorry about what's happening to you. So are you gonna talk to him when he comes back? What is your ultimate plan?
I will see. I'll try to talk.
Yeah.
You don't